The Kitchen Angle Show. A Jersey native. Home of everything and anything. Your host, Mike.
Go ahead. Let's give it a shot.
Sir, what do you say to Americans who are upset with you over the way you downplayed this crisis over the last couple of months? We have it very much under control in this country. The coronavirus is very much under control in the USA. It's going to disappear. It's like a miracle. It will disappear. At March 4th, we have a very small number of people in this country infected. March 10th, we're prepared. We're doing a great job with it. It will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away. What do you say to Americans who believe that you got this wrong?
And I do want them to stay calm, and we are doing a great job. If you look at those individual statements, they're all true. Stay calm. It will go away. You know it is going away, and it will go away, and we're going to have a great victory. And it's people like you and CNN that say things like that, it's why people just don't want to listen to CNN anymore. You could ask a normal question. The statements I made are, I want to keep the country calm. I don't want panic in the country. I could cause panic much better than even you. I could do much. I would make you look like a minor league player. But you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to have our country be calm and strong and fight and win. And it will go away. And it is incredible, the job that all of these people are doing, putting them all together, the job that they're doing. I am very proud of the job they're doing, that Mike Pence is doing, that the task force has done, that Honeywell and Procter & Gamble and Mike and all of these people have done. I'm very proud. It's almost a miracle, and it is, the way it's all come together. And instead of asking a nasty, snarky question like that, you should ask a real question. Go ahead. Let's give it a shot. Sure.
All right, guys, I'm going to stop it right there. Welcome to the show. First and foremost, this is the Kitchen Angle Show. You just heard the president basically sparring off with CNN's Jim Acosta at a press briefing about a day ago. Guys, let me just say, I agree with the president. That's why people in this country, they're not listening to CNN anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, every single time, of what this president is trying to do for the country. Every single time he tries to do the right thing, he tries to make the right choice, he tries to make the right decision. Every single time, it's like it gets bashed in front of his face. It's like he does the right thing, but they don't see it. It's just, oh boy, it really is. It's terrible. It's terrible the way the mainstream media, lack of words today. The mainstream media is bashing this guy. We have a president in Washington, D.C., that's literally fighting for the American people every day. We're going through a crisis right now in this country that I don't think we've ever gone through ever before in our lifetimes. I mean, sure, we went through Ebola, we went through SARS, and we went through Zika. Everybody remembers Zika, right? The poison mosquitoes through the air, they bite you and you're going to die, this and that. I mean, we went through all these pandemics, of course, the 9/11, which was a very sad day, for our country in 2001. And then we went through Y2K, and it's just like all these pandemics we go through. The media always tries to find some type of an attack, like how the president's not doing his job and this and that. Let me tell you something, folks. Let me tell people, the negative vibers out there, okay? Let me tell you negative vibers out there, okay? Because, I have some negative people that listen to the show. They do, but you know what? Hey, you have your opinion, I have my opinion, right, as a podcast host, okay? That's why I developed this show, The Kitchen Angle. Okay, I sit down in the comfort of my own kitchen, okay, and I put on a show for you, the listeners, the viewers out there, okay? And, what baffles me is everybody today is making this big thing to be like, oh, it's the president's fault and it's the U.S.'s fault, and oh boy, everybody is developing a cabin fever, so to speak. Okay, since this thing has been going on, and I tell you what, folks, you, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got to do the best you can do. Just be glad you still have a roof over your head, you still have food on the table. Okay, you could still provide an income based for your family, or maybe you live by yourself for yourself, right? Just be glad for those principles in life, because there's people out there, guys, that don't have jobs, they don't have income, they don't have any source of income. Maybe they're living off of a retirement plan that's less than what their monthly cost is, for their house or apartment or whatever. Okay, maybe just maybe they're living on unemployment benefits because they just lost their job due to this coronavirus. These people gotta, they gotta learn to calm down and relax and let this thing just ride its natural course, right? Because we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. I think everybody's living through like, a cabin fever, so to speak, and they're going berserk, including the mainstream media. They need to calm the hell down, in my own personal opinion. It's just, they gotta calm down. It's really ridiculous the way people are reacting now. I'm looking on I'm looking at different types of articles here. I thought I'd play that clip for you, the listeners out there. Just to get understanding on just how many attacks this president gets every day. I mean, he gets more attacks than most public figures, in politics or any type of public figure for that matter. I think in this time of need, of crisis, we gotta rely on ourselves. We gotta rely on our family members. We gotta take care of one another. We have to learn to start self-control of our own selves. We have to self-contain ourselves. I think this is what this is teaching us. It's been teaching me, obviously. I hope it certainly has been teaching you, the listeners out there, my fan base, my viewers that listen to the show in here. I understand I haven't been able to do many shows on here, and I do apologize for that. I've been extraordinarily busy. I do work full-time. I have a full-time job aside from this. Thank God, that I can financially support myself through this, time of crisis. There's a lot of people crying right now, and there's a lot of people hurting for everything: money, income, food, everything, shelter. I mean, we're living through some tough times, folks. 2020 is definitely going to go down as a year of tough times, of financial and just hardship of everything. But I'm going through some articles here, guys, and I'm going into just different things, just different things, just everything, like I mentioned, we have to start, this virus, this outbreak, guys. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say it on my show, and I'm sure I'm going to say it again. We have to learn to be more reliant on ourselves, our family members, our loved ones. If you have somebody that you love dear to your heart, be close to them in time of need, especially the elderly. I think the elderly need more of our love and time, as well as to keep them safe from this thing. I mean, this thing, guys, is a killer. I mean, it's a bad one. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a bad one. Practice social distancing, absolutely. Yes, you should practice that, but you should also use common sense, guys. You should, if you see somebody on the side of the road or sidewalk or store or wherever you got to go, when because you still have to go out, you still have to get food, you still got to put food on the table for your family, you still got to go to work, you still got to make a living. This thing cannot isolate our lives 100% of the time. We still have to live a normal life, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If you have to do any of that, just use common damn sense. Okay, I use that word very, very strong. Common sense. That's all it takes is common sense. You see somebody that's sick, that doesn't look right, walk away from them. I mean, that's just, it doesn't take a manual, or it doesn't take a public figure such as the president to tell you that, or anybody in the mainstream media to tell you that, they just keep away from sick people. That's obvious, right? You see something, you should use your head. You see somebody that doesn't look right, just walk away. I mean, walk away. That's the only way that you're going to beat this thing. That's the only way you're going to stay healthy. Wash your hands. You should be washing your hands all the time. Whether it's sanitizer or, soap and water kills everything, Use soap and water after you get out of public restrooms or out of public places. I mean, geez, I shouldn't have to say this to you. You should learn that, common sense is the only way that you can avoid all of this stuff. With that being said, guys, welcome to the show. I want to talk about a couple more things here on the show. Got a lot to talk about on today's show, a lot. But with that being said, folks, I want to take a quick break, and I'll be right back after these words. Hey, you guys, if you're out there trying to look for a new product, a natural product, you want to get off the strong medications, the strong everything in this crazy world today we live in. Look no further than HempWorks. HempWorks, what is it? Guys, it's a natural supplement. It's healthy for your body. It's through the natural blend of marijuana, but basically, it's crazy to say that, but HempWorks is actually legal, folks. You can buy it in stores, online stores, everywhere. Basically what it is an oil type of formula that you can basically spread all over your body. I'm telling you what, folks, this stuff works like wonders. It really does. It's a tremendous product. And I'm telling you what, I use it myself for things that, sometimes I go through, like headaches and just everyday stress levels. You apply it on your forehead, boom. God, it's like a miracle. I call it the miracle pill, so to speak. But it's oil based, and I tell you what, guys, that headache goes away within minutes. Try HempWorks. Just log on to HempWorks.com. You can Google it, HempWorks, HempWorx. Make sure you put the X at the end. So it's HempWorks. Google that right now, guys. I'm telling you what, there's, so many different products on their page that you can, you can scroll through, look at it, see if it's the right product for you first. And I'm telling you what, guys, this product, you're going to love it. They stand by their money too. So, Google HempWorks today, guys. You'll love it. Hey guys, back to the show. The show of shows, right? Oh boy. I'm not gonna brag, but I love what I do. I love that this podcast is growing. It's growing, guys. It really is. I was out and about yesterday, and I did some. I got out, and yesterday was my day off from my regular job. Today is also another day off, so thank God I got some 2 days in a row off. It's been a rough, guys. It's been a rough one. Working a lot of overtime lately at this other job I work, and thank God I have that job, and thank God it's it's a good one, But I was out and about yesterday, and a good buddy of mine called me up on the phone and said, hey man, I need some help, with my in-laws, in East Atlanta. Need to do some remodeling, and I'm like, man, that's the perfect time, especially this time we're going through. So I was able to get up to East Atlanta, man, and just basically do some home remodeling, and was very, very fortunate that they let me stay, overnight. I'm still here, actually doing the show from from the comfort of their basement, which is great. This was great about podcasting. I bring my podcasting is everywhere. I mean, I do it basically right off the comforts of my laptop. And then, I basically have a publishing team on an app that basically overlooks the entire podcast of episode, and then basically reviews it, adds in music, adds in just background drops, sound effects. I mean, they do the whole 9 yards. I'm grateful for that podcasting team. They got a good team over there on Anchor. But with that being said, I was like, all right, cool, man. I help you out. I did some painting yesterday, a little bit this morning. Made some breakfast for for my buddy and his family. Awesome, great family he's got. Very very loving family, and they're very they're very grateful for what they have in life. And it got me thinking too, because like also too, when I was out and about the other day, I was doing some shopping, and at my local Walmart. And I tell you what, guys, God, this thing has got the shelves, like literally the shelves are literally empty. I mean, these people, these people are, some people, they just don't realize, what a great company, like companies like Walmart is, and how overnight they have become of what they're now called an essential employee. Someone told me the other day, like, what the hell is an essential employee? And an essential employee is just the word essential is basically of need. So they've become of need type of employee or a worker. I mean, companies like Walmart, just different types of companies, especially here in the South. You got Walmart, Kroger, Publix. I mean, companies like that, grocery stores that need to stay open during this thing. I mean, they have to. And there's a lot of people that don't realize that the people behind the scenes, the warehouse workers, the truckers, the people that are replenishing all this type of product, a lot of people are getting upset, with the store, especially Walmart, in the last couple of weeks now, like I think it's like the second or third time they actually started decreasing their hours. The need for that is because as much as this thing is growing, week by week, month by month now, I think we're now in the second or third month of this whole pandemic thing. This is like the second or third time retailers, grocery store companies such as Walmart, Publix, Kroger, and such. I'm sure other grocery markets across the country, other names. I mean, I can't get into every name. It'll take my whole show up. But I mean, they're decreasing the hours, guys, because I mean, these customers are they're buying like crazy. I mean, there's like a whole. We are going in through like oh man, it's like a shopping frenzy of food. I mean, guys, calm down. The food. I mean, we have more food in this country than people know. I mean, there's a lot of food in this country. I mean, the food supply in this country is not going to run out. Trust me, folks. I mean, there's more food in this country than we should have. I mean, people are not going to go hungry. I mean, there's always food. But I mean, I was in the store just yesterday. And, I mean, shelves are empty, especially the meat. You go over the meat aisles there, especially in Walmart, because I go to Walmart all the time. I mean, I love Walmart. Walmart's like, your one-top shop. Sorry, Walmart, I'm plugging you in on my show here, but I love yous, and, you're like, my one-stop shop. And, they have everything from, you can get your man, you can get your car fixed. You can, you can go to the pharmacy section, you can go to the grocery section, and soon, I mean, some of the stores, I don't know if your store has it, but my store has it. You can even go, on the side of the building of Walmart, where they're building, like literally right on the side of their Walmarts, they're having healthcare centers, literally healthcare centers. You can go in and get lab work, blood work, an x-ray, I mean, everything in there, dental, whatever. You can have that all done. Before, after, maybe you do your grocery shopping. I mean, it's literally turning into a one-stop shop. And I'm telling you, companies like Walmart, you got to be grateful to have a company like Walmart, because they are literally busting their rear end, guys, 24 hours a day. For you, the American people, to make sure you guys have food on the table, to make sure you have clothing on your bodies, right? To make sure you have your pharmaceutical needs, to make sure that you guys have a good car to drive around, from their auto centers. I mean, this company, guys, and the reason why I'm getting into this subject here with Walmart is because I'm using a company like Walmart to basically set an example, to set the prime point of what I'm trying to get at. The company, guys, I mean, they are literally, they're there for you. I mean, it's just not, save money, live better by their slogan. They are literally making you live better to make sure you have food on the table. So, I was telling somebody the other day when I was out and about, just maybe show a little bit more appreciation to companies like that and other companies such as that matter. Show appreciation. Whenever you're out and about, you see a police officer, show appreciation to that cop. Say thank you for what you're doing. They're risking their lives every day through this thing to make sure everybody is safe. Everybody's following federal and local government advisories. Maybe you have a curfew in effect. They're doing it for reasons to so we can get through this thing, so we can get back to our everyday lives. Show appreciation to your local hospitals, your registered nurses, everything, guys. You have to. I mean, it's part of our attitude, our character of a person. It's who we are as man and woman of this planet, of this world. It's what we need to do. We need to be more, not only more reliable on ourselves, but also be reliable on your neighbors, reliable on those people that are there every day. They are not just there to make money. They are there to provide all these services for you, for us as Americans, so we can get on with our lives, right? We want to get back to our lives. I know I want to. I'm sure you, my listeners out there, want to get back onto your lives too, as well. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I miss my restaurants. I miss sitting down in my Applebee's or my Fridays or any other. Hell, I like trying out new restaurants. I mean, I like going out to the bar every now and then with some friends, having a few drinks, celebrating that birthday, celebrating that special occasion. I like to go to theme parks and, sporting events. I mean, we can't do all that. It's been taken from us. And I feel that we are going through a time. Okay, and I'm going to get a little spiritual with you guys. It's, I hope you don't mind, but I'm somewhat spiritual myself. I think we're going through these times is to basically give us more time to appreciate stuff in life. I feel that we've gotten off course of where we should be. Yes, it's nice to have all this stuff, all this extra stuff, technology. Like I mentioned, going to a bar, going to a restaurant, going to a sporting event, going to all these things. It's nice to have all that stuff, right? It's nice to have all that. But guys, without all that, you really don't have anything. Because gratitude and faith and just general appreciation will always over battle all of that. It'll always win. Because if you can't be appreciative, if you can't be you can't have your faith in that, and you can't show that you're grateful and you're blessed, then guess what, guys? You're basically you're lying to yourself, right? So we should use this pandemic as a time of understanding, a time of teaching, and a time of just learning from one another as human beings. Okay. And yes, I'm going off a little bit of the subject of what I normally talk about. But you know what? I think this is important to basically learn from this, okay? So that way, in the future, we don't have to go through this ever again, all right? Because this, folks, I mean, a couple months ago, we were probably living through the best economy in the country in a long time, right? A long time. And a very, very long time. And then just like overnight, I mean, this coronavirus outbreak, it just hit us overnight. seemed, and now we're suffering the consequences. So, in order to beat this thing, just like I said, use common sense. Stay away from sick people. Wash your hands. This thing's going to go away, just like every other pandemic we had in the past. It's going to go away. We're to get on to our normal lives. Okay, we're not going to be suffering from the so-called cabin fever of staying home all the time, because I know a lot of friends of mine that are basically, they still have work, they still have their jobs, but they're working from home, they're homeschooling. I mean, it's very tough on families today, very tough. We love them to death, but sometimes we can't be around one another for a very long time because we get isolated, right? We get emotionally bounded up with one another. We need a time and we need a break from one another. So, as we're going through this thing, let it ride its natural course and it'll be over and done with. Guys, I got more to say on the show. I want to take a quick break because I've been talking already now for 12 minutes here, and I need another break. So I'm going to take another quick little break, guys, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're going to want to hear what I hear next. It's oh boy, it's a doozer. Alrighty. The Kitchen Angle Show, an Anchor podcast. A show of meaning, determination, motivation, anything to get through your crazy day life. Hey guys, back to the show. I had to take a quick little water break. Oh boy, I tell you. But we're talking about a lot of things on the show today. We're talking about the coronavirus. We're talking about just everyday things on how this thing is affecting us. I want to get into, I was talking about Walmart here. I want to get into how Walmart basically, because I mean, this is, I'm a type of guy, guys, I get into these articles and they're very interesting. This article coming out of, where the hell is this article coming out of? Oh, Supermarket News, believe it or not, supermarketnews.com, saying, and this was just, last week, I guess? Yeah, last week. Both Walmart and Target will be paying out bonuses to store associates in April. It's great news. I was just mentioning, like these guys, I mean, they deserve it. They're working around the clock for you guys, and they deserve it. That's great stuff. Walmart to invest $550 million, Target $350 million employees on coronavirus front lines. That's great. They're going to, sweeping packages include hourly wage hikes, bonus payments, and special benefits. That's great stuff. Meanwhile, Target announced it will invest more than $300 million in an hourly wage increase, bonus payments, paid leave, and employee relief fund for a significant contribution its frontline team members are playing during the incredible time of need. So it's great for both companies. It's said that yes, they are both retail competitors. They both can compete with one another in regular time. With prices and everything. But these guys have come up to the front line of this crisis we're facing, and they're working together. Both companies are working together, to make sure that the needs of people are met. The food is people can be able to get the food, at the stores and everything else. Just because it might be the shelf might be empty at that moment of time. Give it time, guys. Give it time, because I'm telling you right now, I was just out and about. Yesterday? Okay, the shelves were empty. Yes, they were. They were very empty. Okay, and then I was just there this morning. I had to get a few things this morning, and those shelves that were empty yesterday, guys, they were filled back up. They were replenished, like literally. It was like it was never empty to begin with. So give it time, guys. Give it time. Give those stores. That's why they need to close the stores. At early. Some of these stores closing at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. that are normally 24-hour stores. They need to close down, guys, because they need to replenish. It gives them time to replenish all those shelves. I mean, that's a lot of product to replenish. I don't know if you ever worked in retail, but retail is a very stressful environment. And, I had that opportunity to work in a retail store when I was like 18, 19 years old. And I mean, I see firsthand how these guys, how these associates, these employees, in the back room, in the warehouses there in the store, and then, of course on the sales floor, what they go through on a daily basis. It's a very stressful environment, and especially it's very stressful now of what we're all going through. So give it some time to, for these stores to get replenished, guys, I'm telling you. And, yeah, so that's good stuff. Walmart noted that overall, a nearly $550 million package will be going into associates' pockets in the economy at this important time. So I mean, that's some great stuff. Great stuff. These associates, they deserve it. They deserve it. And then also, Walmart's also aiming to hire 150,000 new associates through the end of May. To work in the stores, the clubs, the distribution centers, the fulfillment centers. The company said many of these temporary jobs will convert into permanent roles over time. So that's great. I mean, the company is definitely investing in the right way during this dramatic, expedient, hiring process of what they're said that they're going to be doing here. Guys, we all know that millions of Americans who are usually employed at this time are temporary out of work. I've said that time after time after time. Do I think we'll get through this? Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna get through these times. We're gonna get through them. We're gonna see some change. Uh, you know. Um, this thing is affecting a lot. I was what was it last week? I had to take an Uber, and I didn't think an Uber was they were still accepting rides, through this thing. But yeah, they're still working. Uber and Lyft are still working. But I was talking to the driver, and the driver was telling me that the ride sharing services declined by like almost 60%. He's lost like almost 60% of like his normal customers that he usually picks up. And drives to the airport. But he's not, I mean, he's losing 30, 40% guys of customers that, go to airports, and that's where his biggest pitch of sales are, he says, is the airport runs. And he's losing it because all the airports are starting to ground their flights. So, I mean, this thing, guys, is not only affecting, general work, people, being laid off of work, or, their hours are getting cut, or this and that, but it's affecting the ride sharing service. It's affecting public transportation. I mean, this thing, like I said, guys, will go down in history as probably one of the worst financial crisis in America. It's like I said, our country is definitely in I wouldn't say a strong depression, a very mild depression, because I mean we're still working. We're still able to. Some of us, for that matter, are still working. We're still able to make a living, put food on the table for our families. But we are definitely not seeing the same economy, guys, as we seen a few months ago, the whole year of last year in 2018. I mean, we're definitely seeing a change, and it's definitely affecting us. It's affecting everybody's mindset, the character. I mean, it's affecting attitudes. I mean, I see a little people getting frustrated every now and then, a little bit more easier than what they would normally do. I mean, I was just talking to a friend the other day, and he's still working, but the food, what's the word I should say? The food equation so to speak, is not the same as what they would normally eat at the dinner table. It's a little bit less portions, so to speak. So everybody kind of portion out their meals a little bit more now. It's so it's just everybody I think everybody's just kind of like using their head a little bit more. Understanding the fundamentals of what we should be living as Americans. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I hope this is not the new norm, the new normalcy as a country, as a society, because if it is, I mean, guys, we have a lot to learn from, a very lot. So, I mean, could this be the new norm or not? I'd like to have your thoughts on it. Leave me your thoughts, leave me your reactions, your comments on, you can leave it on my Facebook page, The Kitchen Angle, or my Twitter page, at The Kitchen Angle. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you think. Hopefully this is not the new norm here in America and of course in the world, because this is a very challenging time. With that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here on the show. Hope everybody enjoyed today's podcast. And as always, you can always find me on Facebook, which is my Facebook page, The Kitchen Angle, or my Twitter page, which is at The Kitchen Angle. And anywhere you find podcasts, guys, Google, Apple, Spotify, or anywhere. I mean, you Google the name, The Kitchen Angle, I'll pop right up. With that being said, guys, follow me on Twitter and, like my page on Facebook, guys. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Thanks a lot, guys.
You just heard an episode of The Kitchen Angle Show, an Anchor podcast.